The best time of the year has come, and that is the Criterion Collection 50% off sale that goes on for, I believe, almost a month. I think it started on June 30th and it's ending this Friday, so just in 2 days. And that means I took a lot of trips to the candy store. I took a total of 4, and I actually, just before starting to film this video, I purchased 2 last Criterions online. So I separated into 4 piles for my 4 trips. So we're gonna start with the first one, which is actually the biggest pile. I got the most. And I went to 3 different Barnes & Nobles. We're gonna start with The Story of Temple Drake. So I think I mentioned this in my letterbox video, but my rule when it comes to buying Criterions, the number one is I always do a blind pick, always. Whether I don't know anything about this movie, nothing about the director, nothing about the movie, but I've known the director, or maybe I know an actor on the cover, but I don't know anything else about the movie, but it has to be a blind pick, at least one. So this one is The Story of Temple Drake is my blind pick. And it's also in black and white and 1933. So anything completely older films, I'm a sucker for them. I love old cinema. And then, of course, I had to get some John Waters. After purchasing multiple Maniacs a couple months ago, I was like, I want to see more John Waters films. And I've heard of Pink Flamingos, and it's his most famous one, but I've never seen it fully. I've seen some clips, but never fully. And then I got Polyester. Next, I have Shortcuts. Before the sale started, one of my favorite videos on the Criterion YouTube channel is the closet picks, and specifically I love Josh and Benny Safety's closet pick video. Someone in the comments section said that they rewatched it many times and they wrote down all the films, so I wasn't familiar with, I think I've only seen like 5 of the many films they mentioned. I have actually some. I have The Executioner. They mentioned that one. So I decided to write it all down. What I prioritized from that list was movies that are not available anywhere on streaming. They're only available on the Criterion, in the Criterion Collection, whether it be on the channel or through DVD. So Shortcuts by Robert Altman is nowhere to be seen. And then because I was going on my Wes Anderson binge in June before seeing Asteroid City, and I fuck with his first film so damn much. Do I dare say this is my #1 Wes Anderson film? This is kind of what happened when I was binge watching PTA's filmography, that I fuck so hard with Hard 8. Like, it's not as high, it's not in my top 3, but it's definitely higher than The Master and Inherent Vice, which I know is pretty hot take. I really love Bottle Rocket. I'd say at the top of my head, if I weren't to sit down and actually put all together, just from the heart, I would say Bottle Rocket, Darjeeling Limited, and Fantastic Mr. Fox is some of my top 3 Wes Anderson. And then the Royal Tenenbaums squeeze in there. The only one I haven't seen is The Life Aquatic, but I had to get this one. And then this is the first DVD I was going for, and I ran the minute I saw it. David Lynch's Inland Empire. Just a couple weeks ago, I saw Lost Highway for the first time. One of the few David Lynch's I haven't seen, and Inland Empire is one of them. Now, I'm resisting because if I researched correctly, apparently Inland Empire is going to hit some theaters in August, and apparently Alamo Drafthouse LA on August 19th. Again, apparently. I really want to see this 3-hour film on the big screen. I'm holding all my willpower not to see Inland Empire at home, but I definitely want to see this with somebody, though. Like, I want to go with a friend. Another part of Josh and Benny Safety's list is All That Jazz. Yes, I have not seen All That Jazz. I'm sorry. And this isn't available anywhere, so I had to get this one. I thought it was going to be in HBO Max, but it's nowhere to be found but Criterion. The last one I got is Walkabout. I never heard of this film, and this is also part of the Safety's list. So that is a total of 2, 4, 6, 8 Criterions. Trip number 1. Trip number 2 I took when I went to go see Barbie with my best friend. I got tickets to an early screening. I ate some Erewhon sushi. I got Criterions. What more can I ask? I got 6 DVDs on my second round. So, of course, silent film supremacy, silent film movie star supremacies. I try to collect as many as I can, and just as many Chaplin films as I can. So I got The Great Dictator, and I have not seen this one. Okay, I got The Red Desert. This is my blind pick. I have heard of the director. Next up, I got an Ingmar Bergman film, Wild Strawberries. Never seen it. I'm really excited. I tend to really love to buy Criterions of films I've never seen. And if I end up hating them, I don't care that I bought it. I want to build my collection. So I don't mind if I don't like a film that I buy. My goal in life is to collect all the Criterion DVDs, if I'm being honest. The announcement of Martin Scorsese's After Hours being added to the Criterion, yes. What's so funny is when I was purchasing this, the cashier told me, everyone's been asking me about this one. This is in my top 5 Scorsese. The Aviator release when, please? I am in the club that loves The Aviator. Top 3 Scorsese. Taste of Cherry by Abbas Kiarostami. Forgive me again for the pronunciation. He's a director of Where's the Friend's House. I remember seeing this last year in January. That was my first film of his. So when I saw his name, I was like, I need to watch more of his films. So I've never heard of Taste of Cherry, never seen it, but that is okay. We're going to watch this. I love Where's the Friend's House. And this baby, last one that I was looking for everywhere. This is also on the safeties list, and when I did search it up on Letterboxd, a lot of people were saying it's one of the most depressing films ever. This is Francesco Rossi's The Moment of Truth. I am so excited to see this one. You know, let's keep the pain going. So that is round 2, trip number 2. Now let's go to trip number 3. I have 4 for trip number 3. Actually, trip number 3 wasn't as successful because I didn't find films I wanted to find. This is funny because these are all blind picks. I just grabbed what caught my attention. So I got 4 months, 3 weeks, and 2 days. And then I got an Alfred Hitchcock movie, The 39 Steps. Have not seen this one. I got Women in Love. And lastly, I got The Comfort of Strangers, a Paul Schrader film. I'm excited for this one. I think what I'm going to do is watch all these 4 back to back because I've not seen any and not have heard of most. Trip number 4 is 3. I really do love how I went 8, 6, 4, and 3. Okay. These, I kind of got scared yesterday realizing that I did not get a blind pick because I didn't consider a film that was in the safeties list a blind pick because I already was aware of it, but we're going to go that this was a blind pick because I haven't heard of this film from their list and it's only available on Criterion, like I said, and that is Love Streams. And then I got 2 that I'm definitely familiar with and I really wanted to buy them. I got David Cronenberg's Scanners. I love this film. This wasn't the first David Cronenberg I've seen, though. It did start my binge of Cronenberg films that I haven't seen, and I really love this one. I'm sorry. Controversial take. I don't vibe with Videodrome as much. I need to rewatch it. I don't know my feelings of Crash either. I know I don't hate it, but I don't know what I feel about it. But I vibe with Scanners and The Brood. I love The Brood. That's the next one I'm going to buy. The reason I got released from prison is because I finally bought this. Cannot believe I did not have it. This is my #1 PTA film. I wrote a fucking love letter to it on Letterboxd. Punch Drunk Love. I cannot believe I didn't have it. It's funny, so on my timeline, because everything is Oppenheimer, article said that Cillian Murphy considers Punch Drunk Love Paul Thomas Anderson's best work, while Nolan considers There Will Be Blood his best work. And this is why I love Cillian Murphy even more now, because he just speaks the truth. Best PTA film ever. There Will Be Blood is in my top 3. It's kind of the same with Stanley Kubrick, how The Clockwork Orange and Eyes Wide Shut is before The Space Odyssey. I love Punch Drunk Love so much. I have so much love for this film. I'm happy I finally have it on Criterion. Time to watch it for the 4th time. Okay, guys, those are all my DVDs that I got. That is a total of 8, 6, 14, 14 plus 4, 18, 18 plus 8, 21 Criterions. That just hit me like a truck. I bought 21, not 21, 23, because before filming this video, like I said, I purchased Showa. Yes. Like I'm going to dedicate 7 hours to Sen and Tango, I will dedicate 5 to 6 hours to watch Showa in one sitting. Of course, pausing it to grab some water, but I don't want to watch it in like intervals or like days. I want to watch in a good sitting. And then I also got Christopher Nolan's first ever film. Before Memento, his first ever film. I'm really excited for that one. So that's gonna come into like 4 to 7 business days, is what they said. And that concludes my haul. Oh my god, my children. I am so happy. I love these. My collection is piling up, and one of my biggest goals is to fill my entire bookshelf over here with just Criterions. And then the other shelf will be like my Blu-rays and regular DVDs. I'm really filled with so much joy. I'm back on my movie grind. I'm going back to the movie theaters. It's been an interesting year so far, but these Criterion collections fill me with so much joy, and I just really love movies, and I really love cinema. And when I pull away from that, and then I come back to it and I watch a film that impacts me so much, it just reminds me of how much I love film and I love cinema and how special this medium is and what it does to people and impacts people's lives. So that is all for today's video. If you loved it, give it a thumbs up. If you hated it, give it a thumbs up. If you liked it more, thumbs up. Press subscribe button, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you guys next video.